Yo, what's up, man?
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Now, here's what we're gonna do.
Let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, he can ball, huh? Pressure him up! Don't let him shoot that! Again. Yeah, let's go. Let's
You
do
should have
it.
stayed home today, DJ.
Hey, I'll see you later.
All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and get started.
Focus, focus! Hey, he can ball, huh? Hey! Pressure him up! One more.
Excellent work, DJ. Let's keep it up next
Yeah,
time.
let's go. Let's do it.
Next time, man. Next time.
What up, DJ? All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and get started.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Pump it, baby!
Pressure him up. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Shot. Hey, come to me.
Man, Okay, guys, get back to work.
Hey, see you later, man.
For juice? Thanks, man.
Hey, good to see you.
All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and get started. Next one.
Next time, man. Next time.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing
is the Detroit Pistons. At power forward, John Moore. At point guard, Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson. And now,
hello and thanks for joining us on Noche Le NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. The Magic. This late in the year, a lot of teams have their eyes set on the playoffs, Chris, for the teams that will be in the postseason. What do you try to do to be at your best and peak when the playoffs begin?
To be your best, you must revisit the fundamentals. Most good teams go back to their training camp and you go back to defensive drills and how to communicate. You start at square one. The ABC's all over because you understand you have your moves, your shots, your chemistry. Now you just have to make sure you go back, you rehash things, you reset the goal and set the tone for your team, and then let everybody come that way. But usually the good teams get back to the basics before they get to the playoffs.
Lou passes to Gordon. Gordon a screen. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Such a wide open look. And now it's only a 5-point Detroit lead.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Lets it go from deep. Lou can't get it to go. Detroit leading by 5. And there's the pass to Kennard. Pass to Drummond. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
One of the most physical players in the league doing his job. Doesn't bother Drummond. If he's got 3 guys on his back, 4 guys on his back, he's still going to score.
So for the Magic, Spates checked in for Vucevic. Terrence Ross comes in for Fournier. And Wells is subbed in for Payton. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Johnson's checked in for Detroit. They have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Marjanovic checked in for Drummond. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. I think it's been a long rebuild for the Magic, but they really feel they've got a plan in place.
Well, you've heard the front office talking that they're going to win at least 1 championship by the year 2030. And I got to say, that's an interesting quote, to say the least. I mean, I have heard of a 5-year plan, but a 13-year plan, I guess you'd call that building for the long term.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line. And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Well, look, the sheer size of Boban is something that can intimidate even the tallest centers in the NBA. He's a legit 7'3" and comes in at least 290. Seemingly impossible to move him at times down low on the block.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Jackson kicks to Marjanovic. Shoots over Spates, misses off the right iron. And to illustrate the size of Marjanovic, when Joel Embiid first checked into a game against him, he is visibly in awe of the size of Marjanovic. And Joel Embiid is a 7-footer.
Well, make no mistake about Boban, though. He is much more than a big body. He has a nice floater, a great turnaround jump shot, great at shooting from the free throw. I mean, good awareness. He might be the best 7'3" passer in the league.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball, great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on the play.
Lou. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Detroit leading by 3. Jackson kicks to Johnson. Ross with the steal. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's Marjanovic. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
Up top, Spates. Rebound by the Pistons. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And at one point, I think they thought they were maybe out of this thing, but man, they just came storming back on a mission.
Jackson kicks to O'Quinn. Ross with the steal. Out left to the wing. Here's Lou. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Detroit leading by 3. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Stan Van Gundy for a minute, and these teams are tied 1-1 in the season series, and I asked him what the keys were to winning tonight. He said they have to find a way to get around the rim protection they're about to face. He wants his guys to be aggressive, but smart about the shots they take. We'll see if they have listened to him, Kevin.
David thinks sounds like he's prepped his guys on how to handle this opposing defense.
And no surprise there, because they're facing a team that can win games with its defense. They are an aggressive bunch from the start.
Well, look, you can play with pace, you can play with speed, and still be patient. And that's what this team is going to have to do against this aggressive D. They can't force things. They've got to play smart and in control.
Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jackson, and it's sent back by Spates. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Simmons checked in for Gordon. And Detroit has possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Orlando trailing here. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here is Wells. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Lou passes to Wells. Spates with a screen on Jackson. Clock at 6. Wells' shot is good.
And Wells, man, he is tough to shake. Does a good job of not letting the D get to him when he's shooting.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Jackson can't get that one to fall. And we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Oh, yeah, this is how they squeezed out extra possessions and captured the early lead.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Davis is out there with Johnson. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Kennard in at the 2. Right side Jackson. Pistons passing it around. And it's sent back by Spates for 3. Hope they get it back. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Davis has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Pistons. From deep. The Magic get another chance here. And Wells is right there. Wells has got the game tied up here for Orlando.
Yeah, like the edge Wells brings to the boards. Terrific at judging misses and then just pouncing on the board.
Johnson outside. Here's Davis. Count that bucket. Davis has got his second bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Lou passes to Spates. The feed to Wells. Buries it from three-point range. Wells has got 10.
And Wells has such a quick release. He's ready to pull as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Jackson kicks to Johnson. Davis sets a screen. Johnson goes in over Ross. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, many had high hopes for what Stanley Johnson could be.
Substitution.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. The matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And Chris, growing up a fan of the Pistons, did you have any particular moment that sticks out to you about this franchise?
Oh, so many moments. Isaiah Thomas winning MVP in the All-Star game. So many moments. Joe Dumars playing great defense on Michael Jordan, sweeping the 1989 finals. That was our first time. And in high school, I remember we had these little pocket TVs that one of my friends had. We actually got to watch the game as the Pistons played against Portland. So, of course, I have many memories. You want some more? I keep going on and on and on.
Detroit, no good that time either.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. At this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and back court for Detroit.
And their guards have been the ones to really set the tone here tonight with their ability to create shots. You talk about the big fellas. They love to play with guards who try to keep them involved offensively.
Passes it to Harris. From the baseline. Harris missing again. The Magic trail by 9. Here's Fournier, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Evan Fournier out of France, an instinctive offensive player, Greg.
Yeah, favorite player growing up was Manu Ginobili, and you can see some similarities in their games. Fournier possesses long-range shooting, but also able to handle and put pressure on the D with the dribble.
Harris missing again.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Kicks it to Fournier. Now the pass to Lou. Drills it from outside. Lou's got 15.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter. And you got to come check him.
Ross against Harris. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
Whether it's inside or outside, Harris remains steady and ready to shoot the ball. He definitely has the trust of his teammates and coaching.
Ross in the corner. Pass to Lou. 3-pointer. Rebound, Detroit. Luer's got 6 rebounds in the game.
He hasn't been his best this quarter.
A putback. Kicks it out to Bradley. Goes up again. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Magic trail by 6. Ross with it. Picked up by Harris. Here's Lou. A 29-point game for him in the win against Toronto. 1:33 left to play here in the half. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Pistons. O'Quinn's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
Feeds to Bradley. The dish to O'Quinn. He kicks to Harris. Lure the screen. Harris misses. Magic shooting 41% for the game. Here's Lou. He's got 15 from outside the arc. Avery Bradley pulls it in.
Well, his stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
Out to the right wing. Kennard. The good-looking shot from the wing. And the Pistons lead by 8. And for the Magic, they're shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Lou can't get it to go.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, the truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
Lure with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Shot clock at 6. Harris against space. And the basket by Harris.
Oh, you love the use of the mid-range jumper from Harris. Just takes his time and makes sure he's in rhythm before releasing the shot.
Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Bradley. And that one is off. And so it's the Detroit Pistons. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter. And now the third quarter about to get going. Reggie Jackson has been sensational. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Detroit also making some changes. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Drummond. Davis comes in for Lure. And it's Stanley Johnson in for Jackson. Wells is out there with Simmons. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Mr. Fundamentals. And it's Spates in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Mr. Fundamentals, in their last game against the Raptors, got the job done. He had 29 points, and the basket must have looked huge to him. He made 3 after 3 to pile up the points. He performed really well, and I could see his role expanding if he continues to make that kind of impact, Kevin.
Hey, David, thank you very much. What kind of carryover guys you think we'll see for him tonight?
Well, we know his confidence level has to be high coming into this game. Physically, he might be a little worn down, but mentally, he's got to be feeling very good.
Well, then worn down or not, I'm sure he'll be a big factor here tonight. His presence is so valuable tonight.
And Bradley gets it to go.
Oh, three-point shooting. I mean, the strength of Bradley's game offensively, incredible.
The Magic trail by 16. Pass to Lou. He dishes it to Wells. Passes it to Lou. From downtown. No good that time. And Detroit the other way now. Here's Harris. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 5th rebound in this one. And Stan Van Gundy, known for being one of the more demanding coaches when it comes to defense. He doesn't care who you are. If you're not giving it your all on the defensive end, you're going to find yourself on the bench.
Well, he's clear with what he wants and what he expects, and, you know, when you step on the floor.
There's the screen. Dishes to Davis. Right side, Bradley. Clock at 6. Davis setting the pick for Bradley. Bradley with another miss. Orlando's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. It's stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Harris has got 14.
And he's having a difficult quarter shooting the ball with just 1 make and 9 attempts.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Here's Lou. The three-pointer is right on target. Lou's got 6 here in this quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, you know, players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked them. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, you know. So when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, "What are you doing? We've played against him. We would never pick him #1." So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontents that he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his unique talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could use him. And so many times you just have to wait for the right position, the right situation.
Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. For 3, Harris nailed from three-point land. Harris has got 17 now.
Well, even when you are right in Harris's face, he feels at ease rising up for the J. You can only do so much against this guy sometimes.
Detroit leading by 16. Wells with the steal. Here's Lou. He's guarded by Johnson. Lou passes to Gordon. It's tipped. Here's Johnson, and Johnson with the stuff.
And whenever Johnson is driving to the rack, he's preparing himself for the slam and bracing for the contact. What an incredible dunker.
The feed now to Vucevic. Gordon, the pass to Lou. Fires for 3, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jackson kicks to Johnson. Picked by O'Quinn. The pass to Davis. 6 to shoot. Over Gordon. That's short off the rim. Here's Lou. 21 points in the game. From deep three-point range. That one no good. And so it's the Detroit Pistons holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back right after this. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Detroit leading by 18. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Davis is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Johnson. And there's Jackson. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. The offensive rebound, O'Quinn. And it's blocked by Gordon. Harris against Ross. Wells passes to Lou. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Detroit. That free throw missing. And Chris, if you're a Pistons fan, you have to be happy with the direction this team is headed. They have a good, youthful core, a brand new arena. Things are looking up.
Well, yeah, 3 championships in the history. 2 of those were back-to-back, and another final. But if you look back at the Pistons' history, just like most organizations, it's full of valleys and peaks. And they just went through a valley for the past 7 years or so. And we'll see how things are lining up for them. It looks promising, but they have to come through and execute.
Here's Payton. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Payton against Jackson. He feeds it to Harris. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. And again, it's the Pistons missing. The Magic trail by 17. Payton passes to Lou. Back to Payton. Lets it go with a 3. Hits it from three-point range.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
The Pistons have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Tries from 16. Kicks it out to Johnson. Jackson dishes to Harris. Over Ross. Detroit, no good that time either. Magic shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Kicks it to Harris. Ring shot on the way. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, Kev, I'm not sure if it's because he's shooting on the opposite side of the floor this half, but he just can't buy a bucket.
Back to Payton. Lou passes to Ross. Fires the three. Lou can't get it to go.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Here's Lure. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. The Magic trail by 12. Stolen by Lure. On the wing, Johnson. He's guarded by Lou. Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 18 points for Reggie Jackson.
Wow, and with Jackson, he looks to score from any spot on the floor. So effective at getting to the basket as well as pulling up.
Back to Payton. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jackson's got 20. Here's Payton. Pass to Lou. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Good D by Johnson. Outside Jackson. Out to the wing. Harris kicks to Jackson. Stolen by Gordon. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. And that one, good.
Oh, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Pistons leading by 15. Kick by O'Quinn. Jackson kicks to O'Quinn. Feeds it to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They double him with Vucevic. Let's go. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his third foul of the game. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just...
Hey, DJ. Oh, yo, what's up, Coach? Hey, I thought you had a great game tonight, but I did notice you were a little heavy on the threes. Look, we want you to take them. Don't just take the first one out of the gate. Get into the action. Move around a little bit. Look, I know everybody in the league is trying to get jiggy with it from the deep, but that don't mean you have to be the follower of the pack. You're a star. Take the smart shot.
All right, sure, Coach.
All right.
Shoot more threes. Why are you whispering, SK?
I wouldn't want the coaching staff to think that I disagree with them. Which is exactly what they would think if they heard you whispering about taking more threes. Look, DJ, you need to dunk more, okay? I'm not a stats guy, but I do know that a monster dunk trends way better than a simple three-pointer. TJ, 3 is more than 2. Convert 50% of your threes as 1.5 points per game. Convert 50% of your twos as 1 point per game. And the average player is playing way better than that these days.
I don't understand a single word you just said, my man.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. But what I do understand is that trending means more online traffic, which means more ticket sales, which means more jersey sales.
Ooh, that does sound nice, Char.
You know what also sounds nice? More points per game, which goes up when you shoot more threes, especially from the corner. It's the best shot in the game. It's shorter distance, but it's still 3 points. Take a look at this chart.
Now, hold up, brother. Now, you had me at shoot more threes.
Look how many views this dunking video has.
And you had me at jersey sales. Now, how about this? I'm going to shoot more threes, and I'm going to dunk. You guys are on it, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, what up?
All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and get started.
Shot! I got ball! Go, D up on it! Take that, baby!
Okay, keep it moving, fellas. Come on now.
Hey, hit me up.
Hey, need some help?
Get on over here. Look, let's put that game behind us right now. It was just one game, and we got another one just ahead. Let's stay focused and get prepared for it. Now, our goal today is to fine-tune our transition defense. We got to limit easy scores. All right, set it up and get started.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Yeah, let's go! Let's do it! Break! Smash, baby! Break! Push it, baby! Push it, baby! Push it, baby! Break! Shot!
Good work, team. Let's get one more drill in.
You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Do it. Pressure him up. Shot. Good board, baby. Yeah. Box out. You got this. Pop it, baby! Way to grab it! Yeah, let's go! Let's do it!
Hey, hit me up.
All right, DJ, let's get some shots up. Here's what we're gonna do.
Turn it up! Turn it up!
Hey, you can ball, huh?
Yeah, that's all you.
Don't. Stay with.
Focus! Focus! Yeah, let's go! Let's do it!
All right, on to the next one.
Hey, I'll see you later.
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Now, here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Front head! Press him up!
Get there! Get there! Let's do it! Hey! Who got ball? Who got ball?
No, no, no!
Great way to end it, DJ.
Hey, see you later, man.
Your juice? Thanks, man.
Hey, right here. Yeah, what up?
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Now, here's what we're gonna do.
Focus! Focus! Go, put pressure on him! Box out! Whose bat is that?
Just like... Hop to it. This is where it counts.
Next time, man. Next time.
Another reason why this 2000...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Orlando Magic at Amway Center. Well, for Orlando, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And you look around the league, many teams in the South can struggle with attendance. That has not been the case in Memphis, though, fellas.
You know, the best.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity. And let's go straight.
Well, guys, the Memphis Grizzlies...
Thanks, DA. Gotta love the Grizz. They certainly take pride in their grit and grind style of play. And these teams have no problem, Steve, going to work on the block, working down low. You can expect, I'm sure, a lot of post-ups as we get this one going.
Yeah, they love to play through the post. They look at basketball like the old school way. If we can draw a double team.
Bates checked in for the Magic. Mr. Fundamentals comes in for Isaac. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Grizzlies. Andrew Harrison comes in for Michael Conley. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Harrison out there with Selden. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Brooks. And it's Gasol at the 5. Lou passes to Gordon. Latrey tries again. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Ross is checked in for Evan Fournier. And Memphis also making a switch. Black's checked in for Marc Gasol. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. They set the pick. Harrison kicks to Olynyk. On the wing, Brooks. He's guarded by Ross. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Olynyk against space. And the shot is good. Olynyk's got his first basket.
Great execution. He got the ball in the right spot, and he delivered with the turnaround.
Payton outside. From downtown. It's rebounded by Memphis. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And in that one, it was all about shutting down the paint. They were just terrific in terms of their rim protection.
It was big-time shot blocking. They were energetic, intimidating, and that really affected the outcome.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a 7-point Memphis lead.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pass to Ross. Gordon a screen. Here's Lou. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Olynyk with it. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Harrison. Here's Black. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And Orlando making a change here. Wells is checked in. Davis is checked in for the Grizzlies. Ross on the wing. Orlando moving the ball around. Knocks down the three ball.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
Memphis leading by 4. Here's Harrison looking for his first basket still in this one. Olynyk sets a screen for Davis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Gasol.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
And back when Dave Yeager was the coach of the Grizzlies, Steve, he admitted they were slow and old. Is that still the case? Does this team need to get more athletic?
Yeah, I think they do. They play at a slow offensive pace. They don't get a lot of transition points. Their outside shooting has improved, but they can use more athletes.
Olynyk in the corner. Over Gordon. And another miss by Memphis.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
He dishes it to Wells. Passes it to Lou. From the arc. Nice D from Brooks. Memphis leading. And there's the pass to Olynyk. Here's Harrison. Now the dish to Brooks. Here's the screen to the inside. Here's Olynyk. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, this is the time where you want to get on a roll. That's what this crew has done. They're the hottest shooting 2 guards in the NBA since the All-Star break. Third is Shammy Wells.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And they're not too bad at attacking the basket either. That's why some of their shooting percentages are so crazy high. They will work to get those high-quality chances inside.
Harrison kicks to Olynyk. 7-foot shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim. 1:58 left to play in the first quarter. Lou passes to Hazania. Here's Lou. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
Here's Harrison. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Dishes it to Olynyk. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Lou passes to Spates. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Lou can't get it to go.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
Here's Harrison. Last time out, he had 14 points. Here's Olynyk. He gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Olynyk up and down at the free throw line early in his career, but with his touch, he's bound to become more consistent.
The first one falls. Right, he's checked in for Memphis. So he gets them both. The Magic trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And a good judge of spacing. Sees he can get it off over the taller man.
This is how he makes his living, making those judgment calls, understanding the opportunity.
Harrison kicks to Olynyk. 30 seconds left in the first. Screen by Olynyk. 4 on the clock. Here's Harrison. No good on the triple. Magic shooting just 35% to start the game. Ross. The Grizzlies pull it in. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment.
So at the end of one... Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
Got his own, yeah. Terrence Ross is out there with Maurice Spates. It's Mr. Fundamentals, and it's Wells in at the point. This is out there for Orlando. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Mr. Fundamentals in their last game against the Pistons was definitely a big factor. He ended up with 22 points, and the basket must have looked huge to him. He made 3 after 3 to pile up the points. It was a great combination for a guy who's considered to be more of a role player for this team. We'll see what he can bring to the table tonight, Kevin.
Hey, David, thank you. He was such an important part of everything they did in that game.
Yeah, maybe his line in the box score didn't jump off the page, but he was outstanding for them.
You're right. His stats don't tell the whole story. He was all over the floor. It was a great two-way performance in every way.
Brooks dishes to Wright. Back to Brooks. Davis, the pass to Olynyk. Shoots over Spates. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's now 9 points for Kelly Olynyk. Pass to Lou. Kicks it to Wells. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Screen by Olynyk. Harrison kicks to Davis. Feeds to Olynyk. Shoots over Spates. Olynyk can't hit. Orlando leading by 3.
You know, Maurice Spates, the ultimate pick and pop big. He's good playing off guards with the basketball, gets a lot of his scores from rolling or pretty much fading off screens, and he's one of the best at it with his timing.
Memphis moving it around. Right wing, here's Harrison, and a miss there on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The feed to Wells. Here's Lou. Bangs home the trifecta. Now it's a 6-point Magic lead. And for Spates, he added a 3-point shot to his repertoire not too long ago, and it's made him an even greater threat as a big man. Steve playing away from the basket.
You know about Spates what I love? He comes in looking to score. Sometimes he's streaky, but when he's hot, he's hot. Trying to get his man back for the last 3, it helps to not make this personal.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Davis in the corner. Brooks outside. Out to the right wing. Wright outside. Brooks kicks to Davis. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Right for three. Rebound by the Magic. Three-pointer. Sticks another. Three more from Lou. Lou's got 9 points in the quarter.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Harrison passes to Olynyk. He feeds it to Brooks. Back to Olynyk. Shoots over Spates. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And 11 points for Kelly Olynyk.
And they like him to be aggressive. And I think Olynyk has the talent to be a difference maker offensively.
Lou can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 7. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
It's Hezonja in the corner. Fires the three. And another hit. Shot made once more from Lou. Lou's got 21.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Harrison kicks to right. Pass to Harrison. Brooks outside. Passes to Harrison. Over Wells. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
And checking out the numbers here for Harrison. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 7 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Davis, the pass to Harrison. Right side. Outside, Davis. He kicks it to Brooks. So the wing on the left. Here's Harrison. No good from outside.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
The lead pushed to double digits. And now it's a 10-point Magic lead.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
So timeout called here. And that concludes the first half.
Thank you, Kevin. Wow. That was amazing in the first half behind the arc. Are you trying to set a record for made threes tonight?
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just... Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that... He's checked in for Orlando. Orlando leading by 11. So on the floor for Memphis. You've got Conley. Brooks is out there with Martin. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Selden in at the 2. Cranes the three-pointer. 18 points for Aaron Gordon.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Conley dishes to Gasol. Shoots over Vucevic. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And it's 6 points for Marc Gasol. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. From deep. Lou can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 12. It's stolen by Vucevic. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Payton. And the rebound goes to Martin. Martin's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Selden kicks to Conley. Outside, Martin. It's Brooks on the wing. Outside, Conley. Puts it up. That shot off the mark. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. The pass to Lou. Back to Payton. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Payton's got the lead up to 14 now for the Magic.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Gasol passes to Martin. Here's Zeldin, defended by Gordon. And again, Memphis no good. Orlando leading by 14. To the middle. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for Orlando.
And the distribution there showing a lot of three-point attempts. And not that it's a bad thing, but we'll see if they can continue at this rate.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Gordon. The Grizzlies also making a change. Olynyk's checked in, drills it from outside.
At 7'1", 255 pounds, Gasol is a great screener. Not easy to get around.
Lou can't get it to go.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Conley kicks to Gasol. He dishes it to Brooks. Back to Gasol. Vucevic with the block. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Lou, that's good. Lou's got 23 points.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Here's Gasol. Gasol with another miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Payton passes to Lou. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. He's got 26.
Picking up from where he left off, I lost count of how many threes he hit in the first half. Now nails this one.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And Elfrid Payton, the 10th pick back in that 2014 draft. And remember, the Magic looked at him as their point guard of the future. And last season, at times, he was coming off the bench. And it's been about that lack of progress as a shooter that I think is the biggest concern with this team.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Spates checked in for Vucevic, and Wells is subbed in for Elfrid Payton. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Wright comes in for Marc Gasol, and it's Harrison in for Zeldin.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
And for Elfrid Payton, shooting has always been his Achilles heel.
Yeah, as a defender, passer, penetrator, I think he's solid, but shooting has become so important in our league right now. He needs that perimeter shot to really have a chance to get to the next level.
Deontay Davis is checked in for Mike Conley. It's Davis on the wing. There's the dish to Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Here's Olynyk. And again, Memphis no good.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Jonathan Isaac, a 6'11" small forward out of Florida State. You know, we're seeing more and more players like this with the length of a center and the guard skills. You know, you think of KD, Brandon Ingram, and now Isaac.
Ross is checked in for Orlando. Olynyk. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the story for Jonathan Isaac. As a sophomore in high school, Greg, he stood 6'3" and played guard. He hit a growth spurt, as you can see.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. I think what I notice most is that he's retained not just the perimeter skill, but also the fluidity. I mean, he's light on his feet and really moves well. Remember, there was another guy that was a point guard that had a nice growth spurt. I think his name was Anthony Davis.
Harrison kicks to Olynyk, and it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, David Fizdale was one of the most respected assistant coaches in the league before he took over in Memphis last season. He spent 8 seasons in Miami, where LeBron James played for him. LeBron said he has every quality that would fit a head coach. He's confident in his ability, a great learner, a great communicator. So it was great to see him get the nod, and he's proven so far why he's capable of the job. Kevin?
And an endorsement from LeBron is never a bad thing, D.A. Thanks so much. Dishes to Ross. To the right side. Here's Lou. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
The Grizzlies trail by 18. Here's Harrison. He has 5. Right outside. Pass to Olynyk for 3. Wells grabs the miss. The Magic have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Pass to Lou. This one for 3, and Wright pulls it down. Memphis has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. It's Davis on the wing, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Memphis moving that ball around, but they recover it. Pass to Harrison, out to the right wing. Outside, Davis. To the left side wing. Kicks it to Wright. Back to Davis. Feeds it to Olynyk. Out to the wing. Here's Harrison. And it's off from three-point range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Ross, that's good.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on them.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Steve is a player. Do analytics give you a path to say, you know, I should change and lean more toward this, or I should stop doing that because I'm better at this? Does that ever enter a player's mind, you think?
Hey, Kevin, I think guys should look at these numbers. When you're saying from this spot you're shooting 20%, stop shooting from that spot. If from this shot you're shooting 80%, you might want to get to that spot. So, and I think that in those cases, yes, analytics work. And when you're shooting a 3 and you're shooting about 30%, you need to step in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And there's the feed to Wells. Fires from deep. Lou can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Conley kicks to Wright. Olynyk has the open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Olynyk's got 16 points.
Yeah, listen, if you're 7 foot and can shoot threes, there's a place for you in today's NBA. Olynyk has that rare combination.
Pass to Isaac. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Brooks outside. He feeds it to Wright. To the inside. Deflects the pass. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Lou. No good. In and out. Off the rim. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Outside Conley. He kicks it to Olynyk. The pass to Wright. Ross against Olynyk. From deep. That shot is off. And Orlando the other way now. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
Conley dishes to Olynyk. Out to Brooks. Now here's Olynyk. Not a lot of room. The Grizzlies with another miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Ross. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity. Here are the Magic now. It's an 18-point game. Terrence Ross is out there with Isaac. Then there's Elfrid Payton. That's Mr. Fundamentals. And it's Gordon in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for Orlando. Lou can't get it to go. Memphis has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Martin, the pass to Conley. Wright sets a screen for Conley. For 3, Olynyk. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
Whenever a guy is open, Conley will find him. He has a talent for getting the ball to his guys quickly.
Here's Lou. Off target from three-point range. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Here's the teardrop. Gasol's shot is good.
Marc Gasol usually with the size advantage. Very comfortable operating around the rim.
Payton outside. Here's Lou, covered by Martin. To the wing on the left. Pass to Lou. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Olynyk.
Nice play there from Terrence Ross to create something on the trip and earn his way to the line.
Terrence Ross.
That free throw good from Ross. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Brooks comes in for Olynyk, and it's Selden in for Wright. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And David Fisdale, 8 seasons in Miami as an assistant coach, including 2 seasons as assistant head coach. He's been a top coaching prospect for years.
Well, he's dreamed of becoming a head coach. What he does is he has an unbelievable work ethic. He's determined. Also, he has a great feel for the game, and he has a great relationship with his players and the city of Memphis.
Lou passes to Ross. To the right side. Passes it to Lou. Orlando needs to get off a shot. The Magic again can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Brooks gets to Conley. Here's Selden, guarded by Lou. Snatched away.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Isaac. A steal. Selden passes to Conley. The second chance effort. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
Free throw good, Martin. And pretty much every NBA player grew up playing multiple sports. Smitty, which other sports did you play as a kid growing up? And did you think maybe that would have helped you playing basketball later on?
You know, Kevin, I tried football, and it definitely helped me in basketball because I said, no, this is not for me. So let me put all my emphasis in basketball. Taking those hits, I just wasn't built for that. And after that, I ran cross country because you had to do 2 sports in my high school to be able to play one. I didn't like that either, but I think cross country really helped me with basketball.
But I can see where a lot of other sports could help with footwork and hand-eye coordination and right on down the line.
Yeah, soccer I think is number 1. I watched Tony Parker, the way his movement, playing soccer. My son right now is playing soccer. Akeem Olajuwon. I think that's the sport that coincides the best with basketball.
I would agree.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Orlando.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Mr. Fundamentals.
You know, the story of this game was his offensive production. It didn't matter what the defense threw at him. He just found ways to counter and led his team.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that looked like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
Right side, Gordon. He dishes it to Ross. Lou passes to Payton. This one for 3. Off target with that shot. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play rhythm, it never felt like they had any doubt as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
much. I tried to find the spaces and the gaps that they may be slow to cover. And when we have the ball moving around like the team did today, it's easy to stay in a rhythm and see plenty of shots. And tonight I was able to convert.
The ball really was moving. Congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
David, thank you as always. And then...
Oh, there he is. DJ Buckets, boy. I see you out there. Ah, you killing it, man.
Thanks,
you killing it.